at Enable India, we work towards the economic independence and dignity of persons with disability. So what I'd like to do is just share my perspective as a social entrepreneur and as the founder of my organization regarding why persons with disability. Mr. Prashanto has already touched upon it, so I'll talk more of the how, but we'll just discuss that very briefly in 5 minutes, and that's why I have a presentation, thank God for that. Very briefly, I just want to share our experience with you on why we have, what do we know so far. At Enable India, our placements we have seen in the last year and a half, we've placed approximately 320 people, primarily Bangalore and across the country, as you can see, in Mumbai, Chennai, and very recently in Kolkata. And we've done this at prestigious companies. These companies have a healthy bottom line. They believe in results. They're result-oriented. And they expect the same amount of work from a person with disability just like everybody else. The sectors have been primarily IT and ITES, as you can see. And their salaries, the 2,000 rupee is more for the garments and other kind of industries, but in these IT and ITES, we have seen that the salaries are much higher, and more than 60% are earning 4,000 plus. So this is the experience we have. Very briefly, I would say that we've employed people in IT. As you can see, a visually impaired person has been employed even as a service coordinator, which is a very growing area in the service delivery departments like IBM. And in the ITES, you can see examples of a help desk executive or a medical transcriptionist. And in the shared service area, that's another area. So even if you talk IT or ITES, you have a shared service there. So that's another place where we have found that we can employ people. If you look at hearing impaired, we have placed them again in the ITES side, in IT itself, and in shared services. And even in an IT company, you do have helpers and housekeeping staff. So that's where also we have tried to employ people. And in the physically disabled, very similar. You've got IT, as you can see there, and ITES, and again shared services. So let me just now go into the why persons with disability. We believe they are a productive workforce and they can be an asset to your organization. And very simply, why? Alternate source of suitable candidates. Everybody is looking at the general candidate pool, and they're forgetting that there exists alternate candidates with disability. Now, the emphasis is on the word suitable. A non-employable candidate, whether he is disabled or not, is a non-employable candidate. So when we say suitable, that's what we mean. And a person coming to an IT company should have his graduation or whatever the expectations are and the necessary skills. The great news is, maybe today for a particular position, maybe there are 2 people, 10, 15 disabled candidates available. But that's 10 more than you had before. And the good news is, the future will entail more candidates if you start taking this productive workforce into your systems, into your companies. Why again? Because they represent diversity. And when you have a diverse workforce, it leads to diverse thoughts, creativity, innovation. We know this. The first thing itself, when you employ a person with disability, you have to think out of the box. How am I going to make him work productively? And that's where institutions like us come and help and do a collaboration with companies to address that. The next is that when you include people from different backgrounds, you create an inclusive culture. You're taking everybody along with you. And that I've seen in companies where they are inclusive, they have better teamwork. And I think the results are always better. I don't need to explain this point. When you have seen people who come from such challenges and they work well and they do it with a smile, it serves as an inspiration, no doubt about that. And last but not the least, of course, is the fact that here's a marginalized community, and when you bring them, mainstream them, there's no doubt about it that you are giving back to society. And when you give back to society, look at all the advantages you're getting. You're getting an alternate source of suitable candidates and everything that's listed here. Now, many people, after we talk to them, they say, yes, I think I'm interested in hiring persons with disability. Question is how? Very simple. We give you the formula. When we work with companies, when we see a job, a potential job, it could be a job for a person with disability, but it can only be a job opportunity if we find that there is a feasible workplace solution. The easiest way to explain this would be that all of us sitting in the room here are disabled. We can't fly. We have an inability here. But we have a solution. We use a plane. So if there is a solution that is there for a person with disability in a company, if they're going to do a job, if they can do the job differently than you or me, but can achieve the same results, then we call it a feasible workplace solution. I'll give you a couple of examples a little later, and I think it'll make a lot of difference. Having a solution still does not solve everything. We need to make sure that there are less barriers in the environment. So for example, for a physically disabled person, it's obviously ramps and other things. But if for a visually impaired person, this presentation right now is a barrier. For a hearing impaired person, communication could be a barrier. So when those are addressed, then we're talking about this job being a real opportunity for the person with disability. So when we work with companies, this is how we create demand. Now what do we do in the background? The really hard task of getting candidates ready. Now we know in any case that most candidates, not about disability, any candidate, employability is the biggest factor. But when we work with persons with disability, we have to address a lot of other issues, and that is the job we play. Having said this, we need to sensitize the company, and that's what we do. Because the first question the manager would ask, or the head, says, how do I convince my operations person? He might be worried about his targets, etc. And that's where we sensitize the people on exactly what we're talking about here. Now, having done all this, we need to provide the solution. We found the solution, but we need to provide it, help the company to have that enabling barrier-free environment. And that finally leads to employment with a very important ingredient. We've seen that in cultures, in companies which have an open and inclusive culture, this model works really well.